What's up, guys? Welcome back. I know it's been a while, but today I got something very special. Thank you so much for everybody that supported me on my MasterChef run. As you know, we've worked with different cuisines and everything. So today I'm bringing a very special dish to y'all. I worked with an Italian-American restaurateur by the name of Joe Bastianich on the show MasterChef. So today I'm feeling inspired, and we're gonna cook one of the most sophisticated dish that we have in the Filipino cuisine, Filipino spaghetti. Let's get it. The ingredients that we have today, you can find at any of your local stores, but shout out to Seafood City. I literally grabbed all my ingredients from there. I'm gonna go talk about it. So first things first, your proteins. You wanna have half ground pork and half ground beef. And then also, you can't find this anywhere else except for a Filipino store or one of those Asian stores. You literally need red hot dogs. If you don't have red hot dogs, specifically from Martin's, it's not Filipino spaghetti. Okay, so that's the proteins. Veggies, we got some red onions, garlic. We're gonna have some carrots. So it's a Filipino mirepoix. Shout out to Seafood City again for growing these giant red peppers. Some giant red peppers. You can get those small ones, those should work pretty good. You want to use spaghetti. You can use any type of spaghetti you like, but I like mine kind of thick. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta get the thick spaghetti. Regular tomato sauce. You don't have to get San Marzano or anything too fancy. Like, I actually prefer Hunt's sauce. No herbs, no nothing. It's just pure tomato sauce. And then the final ingredient, the Filipino spaghetti. You want to get the banana sauce. If you don't have Jufron, you can use any of the other ones, but honestly, this is the secret to Filipino spaghetti. Cool. Let's prep. The first thing we're going to do is our mirepoix, our Filipino mirepoix. Garlic, onions, red pepper, carrots. You just want to do a quick peel on our carrots. We get our onions. You want to use like a whole clove of garlic, no exaggeration. So whenever you have your garlic, just smash it down, and that piece of garlic is going to be a lot easier to pick out. So we got this huge ass red pepper that we're just going to cut down, cut the edges. We're just literally just going to grab this whole seed in the middle and de-seed it. Because we're just going to use the outside part. We're not going to use any of the white part. That's going to be very bitter. So you just want to cut the other part, other end. Cut it down so it's flat. Then we're going to slice thin, do kind of like juliennes. Even like little plain, should be your slices. Now whenever you had the carrots julienne, once again, you just wanted to get a nice dice. So just stack them up as much as you can, just dice away. You know, you can use like brown onions, yellow onions, white onions, but man, red onions honestly are just gonna make the sauce so much sweeter than if you use regular onions. In your knowledge, what's the history of Filipino spaghetti? So there was this guy named Robert Elkins, actually, who moved to the Philippines back in the 50s, and he didn't have any ingredients. So he went to Clark Air Force Base, was like, yo, give me whatever you have in the pantry because I'm craving spaghetti. So without that guy, the Filipino spaghetti would not be invented. You know what I'm saying? The crazy thing is I just fucking made that whole thing out. So whoever invented Filipino spaghetti, it's not a motherfucker named Robert Elkins. But that dude is brilliant. So shout out to Filipino spaghetti. Whoever knows who invented Filipino spaghetti, please let me know. Well, you know, Filipino spaghetti is honestly so sweet. You know, it's like your regular bolognese, except a lot of people put sugars and red hot dogs, right? People always ask me all the time, what makes a Filipino spaghetti? Honestly, it's just sweet. It's just so, and it's a Filipino hot dog, and it's a lot sweeter than your regular tomato bolognese, or that's your Filipino spaghetti mirepoix. Let's get to cooking. We're using a Dutch oven to make our spaghetti today, the sauce, but you can use any pan you like just as long as it's pretty deep because the tomato sauce is gonna splatter everywhere. So your oil should be hot by now. Once again, we're gonna go with the red onions, carrots, red peppers. We're gonna save the garlic for last. What's that? ASMR right there. Oh. We want to cook it down for about 10 minutes before we add our ground pork and ground beef. Whenever you see that the onions are translucent, you want to go ahead and add your garlic and just a little bit of tomato paste. Literally just maybe a teaspoon. That's going to go a long way. I know I've been using the term mirepoix. You know, the mirepoix is actually with celery, carrots, and onions. A lot of Cajun food. That's the base. Or a lot of French food. Mirepoix is the base with butter. You know, usually for a lot of stocks or a lot of their dishes. You know, living in Houston, a lot of people actually use something called Holy Trinity. So it's like onions, carrots, and green peppers. So it's a little bit of a change. For Filipino spaghetti, the red peppers actually just add a different level of sweetness to it. Whenever the carrots have sweated out, you actually want to go ahead and add your protein. We're going to do the ground pork and ground beef in the same time. And then we're going to save the red hot dogs for later. So we got some of our ground pork right here. I'm just going to go ahead and add it in there. Split that up, as well as our ground beef. Always wash your hands whenever dealing with raw pork. That's something I learned from the Food Channel when I was like 5 years old. We're gonna do a quick seasoning real quick, just salt and pepper, just to bring out all the flavors from the veggies, as well as our ground beef and ground pork. So just a pinch, kosher salt, some black pepper right here, 2 pinches. The ground pork and ground beef are looking pretty good. I actually just want to add the red hot dog now and our bay leaves before adding we'll cook that for just a couple minutes before adding our sauces, our tomato sauce. Shout out to Staub, best Dutch ovens. Let that go. I'm gonna grab the pasta now.
What's the benefit of the Dutch oven?
Dutch oven just, you know, evens out the cook for a lot of the food. Also, it's like non-stick. You know, using a Dutch oven, you're guaranteed that nothing's really gonna stick to the pan. It's actually perfect for braises. And man, it just has like full range of cooking on all sides. Cooks it very evenly. Some of the best ways to cook a meal. All right, while that cooks, we're gonna go ahead and put our tomato sauce in the spaghetti. And that's looking hella good. Look at that, oh. That's a fine bolognese right there already. All the meats and hot dogs have been pretty much cooked now. And now we're just gonna let the spaghetti sauce really come together. So we're gonna add our tomato sauce. I use about 4 cups or 3.5 cups of tomato sauce. You know, but feel free to add as much as you want. I like my Filipino spaghetti sauce to be kind of like thick, not as loose or soupy as some people make it. So, all right, we're gonna let this spaghetti simmer. We want the tomato sauce to absorb everything we've pretty much been making up to this point, and we're gonna put the jus fran a little bit later. So we're gonna let it, you know, just go to work for about 10 minutes. All right, so we want to take a quick peek in our sauce. Be careful, you know what I'm saying? It's about to just, bam. Man. Bam. You always want to make sure you taste your sauce before you add the Jufran. Depending on how sweet you want it. You know, you go ahead and add your Jufran now. You know, banana ketchup. I honestly don't know if there's banana in banana ketchup. So we just put about a 1/4 cup of Jufran, aka banana ketchup, in our sauce. And now we're gonna just let that simmer. And we'll taste it in a couple of minutes again. That's good. Well, that's going. The pasta is actually al dente, based on the timer, or also you can always just kind of taste it. That's perfect. Okay, we got our pasta ready. You always want to make sure it's al dente. That's definitely al dente.
Cool.
We're going to take a peek on our sauce real quick. Damn. That simmering goodness. So for my Filipino spaghetti, I like to reduce about half of the tomato sauce down so that it's just more like a concentrate. We're gonna let that simmer for a couple more minutes. The thing about Filipino spaghetti is that there's no garnish, there's no herbs you want to top it off with. You literally want to top it off with some melted cheese, and today we're gonna be using Eden cheese. If you don't have Eden cheese, use Velveeta, whatever melts. You can use cheddar, whatever you can find. But today we're using Eden cheese. Eden cheese is the Filipino Velveeta cheese. But whenever you put that on top of Filipino spaghetti, it just melts right away. And that's the perfect pairing. All right, so we're just gonna be shredding this Eden cheese. And this is like the best topping for Filipino spaghetti. Damn. I think we're good, man. Just a little bit. All right, so I lied. I have one more ingredient that we're gonna put in here. We're gonna put some patis in here, aka fish sauce, because fish sauce just makes it a lot better. Literally just like a tablespoon. That's gonna make the whole sauce come together. And it's gonna be ready in 5 minutes. All right, so our pasta is ready, our sauce is ready, everything's ready to go. It's been simmering for about 30 minutes now. The sauce is coming out really nice. Ooh, look at that. That's a Filipino spaghetti right there, bro. Some people like to mix the spaghetti. For me, I like to keep it separate. Just because some people like their pasta a little saucier. Get some of this beautiful Filipino spaghetti sauce. What we're gonna do is sprinkle some of that Eden cheese on top. There you go. Whenever I go to an Italian restaurant, people always go, can you pair that pasta with? So we actually have a very fine pairing with the Filipino spaghetti today. It's not gonna be a Pinot, it's not a Cabernet. It's actually from the region of Jolivet. It's called Chicken Joy. Yeah, there is no more iconic pairing from what you're about to see. All right, we got the Filipino spaghetti, and we got the bucket of Chicken Joy from Jollibee. And this is one of the best meals you'll have in your life. So you got your spaghetti. I'm gonna grab a fork. Want to get your Jolly Chicken Joy from Jollibee. Get yourself a little fork. Get that, get a red hot dog. Get that beautiful sauce. And just go to work. Damn, it's fucking good. Damn, it's delicious. You got the Chicken Joy too? Oh, huh. Bro. Filipino spaghetti with a side of Chicken Joy. Yo, there's no better meal. Thank you so much for tuning in, the Trilipino Cooking Show. My name is Ralph Xavier. We out here. All right, cut it, bro. I'm gonna fuck this up.